All right, now in this video, what I'm going to talk about is the doc fee. Now, the doc fee is one of those things that customers can't stand, and there's two reasons why. Number one, as consumers, anytime that we're asked to pay something that we don't see the value in it, we don't see the need in it, and there's no benefit to us, of course we want to do what we can to get it removed. The second reason is that if you send 10 people into 10 different stores and ask what the doc fee is, they're going to get 10 different responses. I've heard some of the craziest things over the years. I've heard salespeople say it pays for the owner's jet. It paid for plastic or cosmetic surgery for a significant other. It's used as pure profit for the dealership. A whole bunch of other crap that is just not true. And imagine as a customer telling them they have to pay something just because it is flat out pure profit for the dealership. That's not something that a consumer is going to say right on, because they believe that the profit that the store is making is already in the purchase that's being done. And so we have to create a uniform, intelligent sounding way to be honest with these people and explain what exactly the doc fee is. And you may say, why in the world should I listen to him? Who is he to say or explain the doc fee? Well, for over the last 10 years, I've worked with dealerships and dealer groups all around the country. And I've been fortunate enough to work with and train over 12,000 salespeople in the automotive industry. And I've helped people join that $100,000 a year club, move from salesperson to general manager, and even have a few of the students that I've worked with over the years that are owning stores now. So I believe that I'm a little qualified, not to mention the fact that I started off selling vehicles in a dealership at Coggin Chevy in Jacksonville over 20 years ago. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, besides the fact that what I'm going to share with you, sales professionals and sales reps who I've shared this with have said that they have minimized, if not reduced, that the big resistance that they get with the doc fee. So let's get into it. When you're going through your worksheet with your guests, if you have a manager that wants you to just kind of grace your finger over it, don't explain certain line items and believe it's just going to go away, that is false, because it's not the objection that a customer raises that can cost you a deal. What can cause you a deal is the objections or the concerns that they don't raise, because they don't get a good understanding. And if you have a product that a person is looking for within the price parameter that they're comfortable with, and yet they choose not to move forward, in many, if not most cases, because they just simply didn't understand the value. They did not see the benefit. So from here on out, whenever you get to that line item, which is the doc fee, because it's going to be on every worksheet, it has to be presented to the guest. And please know that they believe it's bullcrap. So we have to give them a good understanding. It's on us to build the value. And let me break this down to you. If you went in 10 different dealerships and you asked 10 different reps to explain to you what the doc fee is, I assure you, you're going to get 9 or 10 different responses. So with this, I'm going to help you out where you can have an intelligent, value-driven response for your guests, how it benefits them. I'm even going to post this in the comments for you to just copy it, paste it, and you can use it from here on out to help you avoid this pitfall of the doc fee and losing that trust with your guests. So when you're going through that worksheet, you know that doc fee is going to be there. And the way that you explain it like this: okay, Mr. Customer, this right here is our doc fee of $6.99. Now, what the doc fee does, it covers the administrative tasks such as the management of your paperwork, transfers, registration, and preparing the necessary documents to be able to meet the state and federal regulations. Now, they may say, well, why do I have to pay that? Well, the doc fee benefits you in a couple of ways. Number one, first, your paperwork is assigned to a dedicated staff member who handles this detailed process, and it saves time and it guarantees a smooth transaction. Second, it ensures that all the paperwork is handled accurately and professionally, and making sure that it's in compliance with state and federal requirements. Okay? And then they may ask you, is it negotiable? Well, Mr. Customer, our doc fee is standardized, and that's to make sure that we maintain consistency and fairness in our pricing for all of our customers. And that makes sense, right? So when you're going through to explain the doc fee, let's talk about what it is. The doc fee covers the administrative tasks such as the management of paperwork, transfers, registrations, and preparing the necessary documents to meet state and federal regulations. Facts. Because there is an assigned staff member that handles that. And what do you think that money comes from to pay for this person? Okay, you and I both know there are times that a customer buys a vehicle and there's not any profit hardly in it, very minimal. barely enough to be able to, meet cost on certain deals. And so, yeah, it may contribute to that. But there is someone that's assigned to handle that for them. And it's done a lot faster than the person did it for themselves. Why do they pay it? Because it is a benefit. First, it benefits that the paperwork is handled professionally and everything is filed accurately, and it ensures a smooth transaction. Okay? And is it negotiable? It is standardized to maintain consistency and fairness with all the customers, that are buying from our store. That is fact. And at the end of it all, you say, makes sense, right? So I'm going to go through it again. When you get to that line item, you say, Mr. Customer, this is our doc fee. Now, what the doc fee does, it covers the administrative tasks, such as the management of paperwork transfers, registration, and preparing the necessary documents to meet state and federal regulations. Well, why do I have to pay that? Well, the doc fee benefits you in a number of ways. First, your paperwork is assigned to a dedicated staff member who handles this detailed processes, and it saves time and it ensures a smooth transaction. Second, it guarantees that all the paperwork is handled accurately and professionally and in compliance with state and federal requirements. And, is it negotiable? Can I do something about that? Well, Mr. Customer, I'm sure you can appreciate our doc fee is standardized, and that's for us to maintain consistency and fairness in our pricing for all of our customers. And that makes sense, right? Now, by explaining that intelligently, am I saying that, somebody might not still come back with a little bit of an issue? It might. But if you take the time to retain that, memorize that, and really think about what's going on, talk to a member of your management team that handles that and see if what I'm saying is a lie. It's fact. I don't believe in lying, but I do believe in breaking things down into their foundational minimum, where with the English language, breaking it down at a level where it's easy to digest, it's easy to understand, and it just makes sense. And the way it's delivered as it's beneficial to the customer. You notice it said nothing about any benefit for the store. It benefits that your paperwork and transfers, registrations, and processing are done correctly. It ensures that you have an assigned team member to make sure that it's handled professionally and accurately. And the pricing is standardized to maintain consistency and fairness in our pricing for all of our customers. So again, it's a value and benefit to maintain fairness for everybody. So it has nothing to do with us. It's all to do with them. And you watch how much easier it is for a customer to be able to digest that and move forward with you without those same issues or concerns. So next time the doc fee comes up, make sure you copy this, paste it on the Word doc, retain it to memory, because it's going to come up. And even if it doesn't come up, be proactive rather than reactive. When you're on the back foot and you're backpedaling, it makes it seem like you're on the defense. But when you're proactive and you shine light on it, it gives the perception of it's no big deal. And anybody that's been in marketing and studying marketing knows that if you want to attract attention to something, try to get somebody not to pay attention to it. So when you're going through that sheet and trying to go fast and trying to avoid certain things, that's going to make your customer focus in even more. But when you highlight something and you bring it out as if it's no big deal, they get the perception that it's no big deal and you can move forward. So this and many other things I'll be sharing and throwing out there, and be on the lookout. There's a new portal that I have, a membership portal where you can go in and you'll get access to even more in-depth training videos, insight, tools, and tips to help you take your sales game to the next level. And if you are in management or in ownership of a dealership, and you know that your salespeople would tremendously benefit from understanding and knowing these concepts and word tracks and using them, and if you think this is something, you'll be blown back by what I actually share in a real in-depth training. This is just information I want to give out, tidbits to help people grow some where they at. So keep going and growing. I'm Brian Maxwell. Appreciate you for watching. If you haven't, make sure you hit the like or subscribe button. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you at the dealership.